6 years on the road, no backup camera. Wired cameras don't work on our setup, and wireless drop out when you need them the most. Auto-Vox claims to fix this, but will it really work? Auto-Vox has given us this 2-camera kit in exchange for our honest opinion.
Do we give honest opinions?
We always give honest opinions. So I don't like unboxings. So let's just go ahead and get started working on the truck. So the front camera should be fairly easy to do. But in the back is where I've got the biggest problem trying to figure this out. So, and here's our problem. We move this bike rack in and out. We move this so we can get into our camper. I'd love to use wired cameras, but I don't have any good way to do this. And my challenge backing up is this extra feet with the bikes on the back. I can't see the bikes. So having a wired truck camper system, we take this truck camper off of our truck if we're staying at a place for any length of time, a week or so. And having a wired system, it's something else to forget. So I put a plate together and some aluminum strips, and I mount it to the back of my bike rack. It's held on by magnets, so it's easy enough to mount that. This white plate does come with the kit. This is the ramp for the bike rack, so I need to use that occasionally, so it's easy enough to just take this off. But you can get it off, but you gotta work hard at it. We'll be on some rough roads. I guess we'll find out if it stays or not.
I know Gary mentioned this before, but these cameras are solar powered, but they also can be charged via USB.
So this one's rather entertaining. I don't have a good spot. The bracket doesn't work well on this. And I'm afraid a lot of stuff hits the front of our truck, so we're gonna knock it off. I got 2.5-inch pipes, and these are bull bar or roll cage mounts for like lights, off-road lights and stuff like that. And I'll put a link in the description down below on where you can get these. And I mounted the magnetic base to there using some of my own hardware. And then take your camera. Once you got that all tightened up and ready to go, you just take this and you line it up. There's a hole in the top that you can put a set screw in. This should stay up front. And again, these things bevel down, so we'll be able to try it out.
So Gary's backing up. This is what our normal backup camera looks like, which, helps a little, but not a ton. This, I know it's bright, but this is what we're seeing, which is a much better view of the back end. Although I still think that I'm going to be getting out when we go to campgrounds because we're watching for trees and stuff. This is still going to be helpful when we're in tight parking spots.
These brackets that come with it, I didn't care to use it. First of all, you stick this on your dash, it's going to be a gooey mess as soon as your truck heats up in the sun. Got a suction cup mount, and I tried to make it work up here by my mirror. It worked okay. But when I heated up, the suction cup fell down. So to circumvent that problem, I straightened it out, put the suction cup on the window, and laid it on the dash. So we'll see how that works. I don't think this will give me too many issues.
As far as viewing quality or the picture quality, I thought it was pretty good. As far as we've seen when we're driving, the quality is more than enough to give us a good feel of what's going on around us. Right now, we're showing it in the dual mode, where we show both the front and the rear at the same time. There is a button on the back that you press in order to cycle through to get that full view. The dual mode doesn't seem to work well for us. The picture is a little too small, so we will toggle between the large view of the front or rear as we need. Because we are on a Wi-Fi battery-operated system, they have a way to keep the battery usage down, and that is to use the cameras every 2 minutes, and then they shut them off. You do have the option on the setting to change it to 4 minutes before it turns off, and never. After using this camera system for a few weeks, we found the best use while driving to use both cameras on all the time. The setup allows you to see both front and rear as you're driving. So by leaving it on the never setting,
It does drain the batteries to where you're really going to have to charge them every 2 to 3 days. That's based on us driving somewhere between 3 and 5 hours a day. Pulling those in every couple of days and charging them doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but something to be aware of.
One thing we have noticed is you do have to change the brightness setting when it's super bright outside or when it's really dark. The challenge is you do have to go into these settings in order to find the right brightness setting and then turn it up or down as needed. This would probably be the one design improvement we would recommend, is to have a button somewhere where you can toggle between high and low brightness, especially as you're transitioning from night to day or day to night. So Gary just found something interesting out about this Auto-Vox monitor.
So I can't see anything with polarized sunglasses. Even with the brightness all the way up, it still doesn't work. I still can't see anything.
All right, Auto-Vox, that is kind of a big deal. Something to consider on the next version update.
The system is wireless, but if you have the ability to do wired, that's probably the best choice.
If you're looking for a system that is simple and easy to install, this is definitely the way to go. The mounting systems that they provide very easily add to your existing license plate holders, and it's a really quick setup.
Yep, sure is. You can mount them just about anywhere. If you have a bike rack, chances are you're not going to be able to see out your existing camera, so these are perfect for that situation. You can just add them on and go.
Absolutely. And for those of you who have truck campers like we do, when you take that camper on and off, those wires really would get in the way. So having a wireless system to be able to mount this, and you can mount it on your camper without any issues.
Yep. On rough roads, we figured that the angle of the camera would be a problem or the magnets would be a problem. And so far, as I can see, you can angle it and it doesn't move anywhere. It stays put. With that jarring on the back end, especially, I figured that you would see that camera move, but it hasn't gone anywhere. The magnets held it pretty tight. So
yeah, that was kind of surprising. One of my concerns was the signal quality for a wireless system. We had one when we bought this camper in 2018, and the wireless system was horrible. It was constantly going in and out, especially when you're going through cities, and we have not had a problem. We went through Seattle, we went through Portland, and this thing has been on solid.
So bottom line, we like the cameras. They're doing exactly what we expected them to do for what we needed to do. So yeah, bottom line, I like them.
They are really good, but as you heard earlier, there are some limitations that you need to look at before you purchase this system. We hope this video helps you make the choice.